Investigations Manager at the Organization Undoing Tax Abuse, Mr. Rudie Hyneke, joins us now to look at the impact of this extradition in state capture-related prosecutions. Rudie, good afternoon. Thank you so much for your time. So, fugitive Michael Lomas is finally back in the country after fleeing the country amid fraud and corruption allegations. Your reaction as OUTA, and do you think we will finally get answers in relation to the over 745 million rand corruption as well as fraud allegations at Kusile?
Good afternoon, Alicia, and thank you for the opportunity. Yes, the extradition of Mr. Lomas is a positive step in the prosecution of state capture cases. I do believe that, we have seen in the recent past some other extraditions as well, successful extraditions like watertight in the asbestos case in the Free State. And I hope that this will continue and that we will see more of these successful extraditions so that we can have these, the implicated persons and the suspects in the country to answer to a court of law on what's been put to them.
Absolutely.
Furthermore...
Yes, Rudie, go ahead.
Sorry. Furthermore, I want to say that finally now Mr. Lomas can join the other four accused in this matter. Arrests took place first time of the Eskom employees late in 2019 after very good investigative journalist work of Peter Muyberg, and I think the charges was laid by Mr. Paul O'Sullivan. And finally, 5 years down the line, we can see that all the accused are here now. And we hope that this matter will now be in front of the court without any further delays.
Absolutely, Rudie. What do you make of the fact that some accused in serious crimes, like in this case, where they seemingly just get away with a slap on the wrist, or are actually never held to account sometimes due to insufficient evidence, in such cases just get forgotten after all the PR as well as resources spent to get them before the court of law? So in essence, Rudie, does the state, you think, at this stage have a watertight case here?
Yes, I think so. And what makes this case special, in my opinion, is that we see here that the directors of the service providers are also in court. They are also charged. Not only the officials, the Eskom officials or the state officials, but because it is high time that we see that these officials who were part and parcel of the corruption are also brought before the courts. Not only, paying a statutory fine of millions and then walk away without any accountability. This is a case that must be, showcased, and that must send out the message to other companies that, trying to bribe and fraudulently getting contracts, that the directors there should also be, in front of court.
Absolutely. Now, it's taken, of course, years to get Mr. Lomas extradited back to the country, Rudie. In my opinion, he shouldn't even have been able to leave in the first place. So what does this speak to about our current laws when it comes to crime-accused persons actually being able to leave the country while under a cloud of suspicion and investigation? Surely we need to tighten legislation in this regard.
Yes, absolutely. I think in this case, when Mr. Lomas left the country, I'm not sure that he was really charged at that stage, because if he was, he would not be able to leave the country through the normal exit channels. Mm-hmm. But I do agree with you that laws must be strictened up, and that people must be charged as soon as possible. And I know that we cannot take a case to court when we haven't got all the investigations are being done and dusted, and the docket is prepared. But there must be a way that we can keep these fugitives here. We have seen a few years ago when one of the OUTA accused wanted to leave the country and for Dubai for a golf tournament, and he was stopped at OUTA International Airport and arrested there. And that is the way that we should act to keep these implicated persons and individuals in the country.
Absolutely. And the slow pace in state capture cases being prosecuted, Rudie. But I mean, to their credit, there has been quite a lot of good things happening pertaining to Eskom lately. We are well over 150 days without load shedding. Operationally, we are starting to slowly see things turn around. But do you think we've managed then to get the real culprits of what led to the total chaos at the power utility being brought to book? Or do you think that more heads should still roll? And this is hopefully the right step in the right direction, where we can get some answers and hopefully, better yet, recoup the missing funds that were lost through state capture related corruption.
Yes, absolutely. I think that the whole country is very happy that we've been without load shedding for such a long time now. But you are very correct if you say that there's other heads that must roll as well. There are other implicated persons. We've heard from the Zondo Commission more than one high-profile person, more than one high-profile person, in these utilities, in Eskom, Transnet, Denel, SAA, etc. And those people should also be, brought before court. Like you said, to the credit of the law enforcement agencies and the prosecution agencies, it is a long road and it is difficult investigations. We at OUTA have been involved with, some of these investigations, and it is difficult sometimes to get the evidence, beforehand. And then when you do have the evidence, one must also remember that the accused will come with heavyweight legal representatives. And what we have seen, for example, in the Mashela Koko case, where the matter was struck off the roll because of legalities and technicalities. And we must make sure that those are out of the way and that we can carry on with a swift prosecution of all these implicated people as identified by former Chief Justice Zondo.
Rudie, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. We'll definitely, of course, be chatting to you, I suppose, as, of course, this case unfolds in court. That is Investigations Manager at the Organization on Doing Tax Abuse, or OUTA, Mr. Rudie Hyneke, on the extradition of Michael Lomas.